Hello everyone. So welcome to this video, and in this video we are going to start the chapter integers. Now the integers is one of the branch of mathematics. We are not going to do it just class wise, but also the integer as a whole, the whole topic we are going to cover video by video, and this is the introduction video. So let me first of all tell you that what are we going to do in this chapter. So we'll be starting from understanding that what is an integer. What is an integer, first of all. And then we'll be learning the basic understanding and representation of integers on a number line. We'll be learning representation on a number line, right? Representation on a number line. Then we'll be moving towards comparing the comparing integers. Now, the comparison part, it's not just direct, but the comparison parts are like of the two types, basically. One is of the direct questions and one is of the indirect question. Now, the direct question is just the normal comparison, how you compare the other numbers like 3 and 4, which one is bigger. This is the direct comparison, right, that you will find in the integers, in terms of integers as well. But it's not just the direct, we will be doing the indirect one as well. The indirect one includes the arrangement of integers, let's say from smaller to bigger, and that can only happen when you know the comparison, when you know which one is smaller, which one is bigger out of all the given integers, right? So that is, you can say, is an indirect question or indirect portion of comparing integers. After that, we'll be also doing the basic operators on the integers, basic operators such as addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication. So we'll be do multiplication and division. We will be doing these things as well, the basic operators. Later on, we will combine the concept of BODMAS with the integer uh, portion, right? And we'll be solving those. Also, we will be solving word problems of integers where with the four basic operators and including the BODMAS as well. So we will be doing, or you can say covering, the whole concept of integer, not just by the class. So you can go and watch the whole video because that's gonna come up one after one. So first of all, let's answer the question: what are integers? Okay, so from let's try to discover from 0 degrees Celsius to the temperature increased by 5 degrees Celsius. Now in the morning and in the evening it decreased by 10 degrees Celsius. How can we represent these values using integers? See, an integer, things that is going up or down sometimes. How are we going to represent that? So, as you have guessed, we can represent it with the help of integers, right? Now, let's see the definition of integers. So, integer consists of all positive whole numbers, negative whole numbers, and zero. You must know what are the whole numbers. So, a whole number is a number that has a natural number plus zero in it, right? Like it starts from zero and then all the natural numbers like 1, 2, 3, and so on, right? So, an integer consists of a positive number like b, positive whole number like these, negative whole number. So, the negative whole number is a number that has a negative sign with it. For example, -1, or you can say -2, -3, -4, and so on. Right? These are the negative integers. Also a zero. Now, it's very much important to focus on this thing that you can say that -3, -5, 0, 1, 7, and 18. They are integers because they are the either negative whole number or a positive whole number or a zero, right? But if you look at the numbers on the other side, for example, like 1.6 or 1 by 2, 5% or minus 2.3%, they are not integers. They are different kind of numbers, like 1.6 is a decimal number. 1 over 2, that's a fraction. 5%, that's the concept of percentage. That is a special type of fraction only, and minus 2.3%. Though there is a minus sign with 2, but you can see that there is a decimal as well, and that is why it does not stand up to the mark of integers. Okay, now we have already seen that it consists of a positive whole number, negative whole number, and a zero. But the thing is, the key points to note here is zero is neither positive or nor negative. Okay, neither positive nor negative. So this is a thing that this is an important point, important key point to remember, that negative integers are there, positive integers are there, and then the zero is. Zero doesn't go with any of identity of a negative number or a positive number. It has its unique and a special identity, though it doesn't get generally in the normal numbers, but in integer it has a special role. It plays a special role. Now let's see how do we write or represent the negative and the positive numbers, or the integers as a whole. So now, if you're like, this is the number line, right? How do you draw a normal number line? Like it goes like this, I hope so. That 0, 1, 2, 3. That's a normal number, right? Now, if you extend this number line towards the left side, like this one, you extend this number line towards the left side, like this, the left hand side, you will see that it's the side of a negative number. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. Exactly. Now, if you will focus on this number line, you will see that you will find this common thing, that as much as you go towards the left, as much as you go towards the left, the value is decreasing constantly, right? Let's see, this is 8. If you went towards the left side, the 7, which is a lesser number, if you go even left, that's 6, then that's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The value is constantly decreasing, right? And then comes the 0, -1, still the value is decreasing. So towards the left side, always remember that there are the negative numbers, towards the left of 0. 0 plays an important role. So all the numbers to the left of 0 are negative number, as you can see in the number line as well. Now, all the number to the right of zeros are a positive number, right? All the numbers that are to the right of 0 are a positive number, as you can see on this number line, right? Not a rocket science though. Let's now move on to the next part, like next concept of this, and that is, let's look at some examples. Okay, let's see. These are some real life examples that real life examples that you're gonna find the use of integers in. And these are the examples in which you will generally get your questions as well. So double trouble. Not double trouble though. You can say the double benefit go though. Okay, now see the questions like this. If let's say a submarine is there, and what's a submarine? A ship that travels below, like under the sea. That's what the submarine is, right? Now let's say if a submarine is there, and it's below the sea level. Below the sea level means this. Suppose, let's say this is the sea level, where the sea is ending, you can say. So below this is the negative one. You can represent this in the negative side. Okay, the elevation above the sea level will be a positive one. Okay, below the sea level, the elevation will below the sea level, the elevation will be negative. The sea level, you can consider this as a zero. Okay, neither negative nor positive. So below the sea level, that would be a negative, and above the sea level would be a positive. So elevations above zeros are positive, or you can say over here, in terms of the sea level. So elevations above sea level is or are positive, or elevations below zero or sea level are negative. Let's see another example. So finances. Now, this is also one of the most common real life examples, where you use integers. Okay, let's see, and that's finances. Okay, let's understand this concept that, you know, a person A has an account in, let's say, XYZ bank. Okay, now I'm gonna withdraw some money. Like that person A withdraws some money. Let's say it withdraws $50 or 50 rupees. Okay, so it has withdrawn 50 rupees or 20 rupees or $20, whatever. So now in this case, his account is a debit, right? It's a debit. The money is out, right? So that means something has taken out. That means you can show it into the negative sign. Okay, but now the same person B or same person A has deposited some of the amount, let's say 20, let's say 30 rupees, it has submitted or it has deposited in its account. So that deposition has included, like it added even more money in his account, right? The basically the money came in. So that you can represent with the help of a positive number. The debit, that means taking out money, would be represented as a negative one, and the credit, that is, when money is in, that would be a positive. So values above zeros are positive. That means if the value is zero, that means it's nothing, right? Not neither zero nor neither negative nor positive. If you have submitted, like if you have deposited 0 rupees in your account, or if you had withdrawn 0 rupees from your account, there will be no change, right? That's not possible. So a zero is nothing, right? Now, if you have uh, debited, like if you have a credited amount, let's say 30 rupees, that is, above zero, that's 30 rupees you have credited, like you have credited, that means you are positive. That means it's positive, right? And if you have withdrawn, that means a debit. If there is a debit of, let's say, any certain amount that is less than zero, would be, considered as a negative. So that is what how finance works. This electric charge concept, although this is not very much familiar, but again, this is a wonderful example. So if you are wondering what is electric charge, so it is on, there are atoms, materials. Okay, let me go it a bit shorter. So there are materials that are made up of particles, and those particles are made up of, the materials or matter, you can say, are made up of materials and then particles, and then particles are made up of atoms, and the atoms are also made up of subatomic particles, those things. So hope you will study it, right? And if you haven't studied what is a matter, you can like watch the video, it's there on the channel, about what is a matter, class 9 generally. So you can go and watch. Now, what is an electric charge and how does it work? So let's suppose this is an atom, okay, and the subatomic particles has some charge. A positive charge is of +2 and a negative charge of -2. That is just easy. if there is a charge, or if there is, the charge is increasing, or if there is charge, a positive charge, that would be represented as a positive number. If there is negative charge, that would be represented by a negative number. So electric charges above zeros are positive, and these are positive ions, whereas the electric charges below zero are negative, and these are the negative ions. Okay, so these were the few examples of few real life examples of the use of integers. Now, can you think of any other examples of negative numbers in everyday life? You can think of. Okay, so whatever you've thought, just comment down. Now, let's take a question. So, what happens when a debt is removed from your account? How can we represent this using a number? So, for example, like you had to give someone, let's say, person A, owes, let's say, 1,000 rupees of person B. Okay, and it has already paid, right? It has been removed. It has been paid. So, like your account, it has been already paid. So how you will represent it? Since this 1,000 has been debited from your account, so that would be a minus, right? If, let's say, if person B owes your money and he gave it back to you, then that means your account got added of 1,000 balance, right? So that would be a positive number. You can represent that in a positive way. Okay, what happens with the positive ion interact with the negative ion? How can we represent this using the numbers? So you can do this one and let me know. Now let's see, let's begin to put or to represent the integers on a number line. So let's see the normal number line. You guys know how to make it, right? Fun fact, if a number line in a number line, numbers are arranged from left to right in the increasing order, right? So see, this is the extreme left, this is extreme left. Now, if you will go from this side to the right side, you will see that the values are increasing. So that is why it is said that the numbers are arranged in a increasing order, where the zero is neither a negative or nor a positive number, right? Now, if you will look, -1, -2, -3, -4, these all are smaller numbers, whereas 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they are increasing, okay? As you have already seen, negative numbers are on the left of zeros, positive numbers are on the right of zeros, yeah? Now let's see how do we plot an integer on a number line. For example, it says plot 4 on a number line. How are we going to do that? So just make a normal number line, right? And because 4 is a positive number, we plot 4 units to the right of 0. 4 units to the right of 0. Look, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 units to the right of 0, since the 4 is a positive number. What if I tell you to plot -4 on this number? So how are we going to do that? Since -4 is a negative number, it would be on the left side, right? So 1, 2, 3, and 4. We went, since like -4 is a negative number, so we plot 4 units towards the left of 0. This is the left side, right? So we plotted 4 units towards the left of 0, right? And that is how you plot integers on a number line. So whatever it's given, either a positive or a negative number, you have to like go accordingly, right? Now, again, there is an example. Let's plot -2 on the number line. So if you see over here 0, and since it's a negative number, so it would be on the left side exactly. And since it's 2, so over here we have 2. So we plot 2 units to the left of 0. These are the 2 units. And since it is a negative number, so that is why it is plotted towards the left exactly. And over here we end this video, like this session on integers, the first session on integers. What we have learned today is what is an integer, the definition of integer, the difference between a normal number and an integer, let's say, the key points of an integer to be focused on, and plotting integers on a number line. We have like completed all the basic things that we require to move on with the higher and harder concept of integer. So I hope you like this video. If you have any doubt or any question, you can just message, or you can just message down in the comment section, and I'll sure try to help it. Do like, subscribe, and share to my channel. Thank you so much. Bye bye.